What's going on, PokemanZ friends? It is your boy Tyler, and it's just gonna be me for this recap video for Season 1, Week 9. Only 2 battles after this week. Some pretty interesting matches happened. A lot of timing issues happened because of afternoon 6 for Garza, so he couldn't make it, and he's feeling a little under the weather. And it's just been a real busy schedule, so this is gonna be no video of me. It's just gonna be me talking. So if you're uninterested in that, I understand, but I still want to get this recap video out so y'all can see what happened. To start off, we're gonna go into the first battle. It's going to be the Tennessee Electabuzzes versus the Delaware Delibirds. This was a pretty interesting battle to go into. A lot of counters for each other, but overall it's going to be Coach Thomas of the Delaware Delibirds going to pick up the victory. It was as the video is titled, Tulu Madness. That's exactly what happened. It was a little rough start for Coach Mike. Incineroar kind of just got 2 kills straight off the bat. He really lost momentum there, and then Tapu Bulu was able to pick up. But we're not done with Thomas's battle because we always like to do the what Thomas did wrong segment at the end. But overall, there was a lot of some misplays there, like the Shadow Claw from Zorark from Coach Mike did nothing, and then he went for Power Up Punch with Toxicroak instead of just going for the safe play. I guess he might have thought he'd switch out, not wanting to take a fighting move from Toxicroak from Incineroar. But so he should have just gone for the safe play, like a Drain Punch or something, to get Incineroar out of there. But overall, it was a good battle, and Coach TJ Thomas will take the victory. Going on to the next battle, it's going to be Coach Garza with the Atlanta Bravebird versus Coach Pedro of the New York Latios. This was a pretty interesting battle. The video is up on the channel. Make sure you check it out. But the end result is going to be Coach Pedro of the New York Latios going to take this win. It was a very close match. It came down to Flygon versus Latios. I think it was Latios or Latios, one of them. The Dragon Claw was just short. If he would have got Stealth Rocks out there, of course, he would have probably won this match. Some interesting things happened, like doing a close combat, losing those defenses for such little life with his Mega Heracross. Instead of switching in Flygon that was Choice Scarfed, he could have took Charizard X out that way, but he decided to bring in Ambipom and just go for the Fake Out and Ice Punch, and was just a little short, and his Ambipom basically died for nothing. But overall, and his Primate was out there. He knew it was going to die to Rocky Helmet, but instead of going for just to heal his Clefable up, he still went for a damaging move, even though it was going to die from either Sandstorm or his Rocky Helmet. But it was a very smart play on Garza to switch in his Clefable against that Primate, because he got crit turn 1 and activated that Anger Point on Primate. But overall, it was a great battle from both of them. It came down to, I think, 10% HP left on Coach Pedro's side, and Pedro was able to pick up the win just by a slither. Next off is going to be the Redskin Rockets from Coach Jordan versus Coach Dalton and the New England Patrats. This was a confusing battle. It was back and forth, but in the end result, it is going to be Coach Jordan of the Redskin Rockets picking up her second win of the season. She's very excited to have her second win. Coach Dalton fell short. They did DC in the battle, but it was just the last 2 Mons, so they just picked those last 2 and went on it. We're not sure what happened, but somehow Zangoose outsped his superior. He might just not had EVs in the the EV and the speed. I'm not sure what happened. We still haven't been able to figure out. He swears he did not hit Dragon Tail, but maybe it was a misclick. We don't know. But Zangoose was able to pick up the last kill for him. The Milotic just gave Coach Dalton a lot of trouble. But good job to Jordan in getting her second win of the season. Dalton's still up there, but it was an overall good battle. Next is going to be Coach Jesse of the Detroit Dragonites versus Coach Nugget of the Tennessee Typhlosions. This was a really good match. I suggest everyone checks out that video in the channel. I will put the description. I will put it in the description. All the links to those battles that's on the channel. But this was a real good match. It really came down to it. Mimikyu versus Salamence. But in the end result, it's going to be Coach Jesse of the Detroit Dragonites going to pick up the win there. Like I said, it was a really good battle to watch. A lot of course, Jesse, it wouldn't be a Jesse battle without a misclick. He accidentally he just switched out his Scolipede instead of baton passing at +4, and it gave Nugget his opening again. Then he missed a rock slide on the Kyurem Black and lost his Mega Aerodactyl to that. So it was a real good battle to watch. I suggest everyone checks that out. But going on to the next battle is going to be the Baton Rouge Blazikens, sorry, versus my Nevada Lycan Pax. This was a real match. I went in heavy. He has a scary team with Mega Swampert, Politoed, Thundurus. It was just Hydreigon. It was just a scary match. I had a lot prepped, and I knew he'd been running a lot of Gigalith, and I had to find my biggest way to stop that. But overall, it's gonna be me taking the victory. After I got rid of his Hydreigon and his Thundurus and Gengar, yeah, it just Miltank kind of walled everything out, and they all slowly died of poison. I do have to apologize. I did not want the battle to turn out like that. But you know, when you have a winning condition, you have to take it and not take too many risks if you want to get the win. So yeah, I really didn't want to play like that, but I just Mega Swampert and the rain. He got his rain up for Mega Swampert, and I wanted to let Miltank go down so I could switch Tangrowth in for free. And you'll see in the video he went for Ice Punch expecting me to switch, and if I would have done that, I wouldn't have been able to take a second one. So I had to let Miltank go down, but Miltank just walled everything out, all of his physical attackers out. But overall, it was a pretty good match. I suggest y'all take it or watch it. Going on to the next battle, it's going to be the Florida Crocodiles versus the Houston Hippowdons from Coach Ryan. In this match, it was a pretty cut and dry match, just back and forth switching, getting the better momentum. And in the end of it, Coach Ryan of the Houston Hippowdons will pick up another win, tying him with Coach Nugget and Coach Barry for 5th, 6th, and 7th place. But like I said, it was a pretty cut and dry match, just switching, going for super effective. It was a good one to watch. But of course, Coach Ryan is trying to get his set up where he could start recording for Season 2. Which, by the way, Season 2 starts May 18th, I believe. I believe it's May 18th. So be looking out for that. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. The next is going to be What Thomas Did Wrong segment. Let's go. First off, did not switch out his Incineroar. When he got that Mega Tyranitar, was it Mega Tyranitar? I believe it was, yes. It says switching out, which would have been the most free switch into Tapu Bulu. He just kept Incineroar to get... I understand a free switching is good, but you could have saved differential there because you knew after he'd taken out so many with Incineroar, he just had to get rid of that thing. So you could have switched into Tapu Bulu for pretty much free right there and taken that Earthquake with the grassy terrain, just lowering it. Took on Sandslash, took on Sand Rush Escadrille. You did not see the Mold Breaker. Sure, he could have been running Sand Force, but usually Sand Rush Escadrille is coming and your Mega Sceptile fell into the X-Scissor from Escadrille, and it kind of just blew you out of the water from that. But yeah, you had a good switch in, like Tapu Bulu, and yeah, it kind of just, you could have saved your Mega Sceptile there. Said the pressure is on when you switch in your Suicune. I'm gonna put that on here because I kind of hated you for saying that. Gonna be honest there, buddy. Yeah, when he switched in his Suicune, the pressure ability came up, and he said, "Pressure is on, Mike," and I'm going to put that in What Thomas Did Wrong. That's more of a petty judgment than an actual thing you did wrong, but I'm going to stick with it. Next is going to be MV Pokemon. Not all the coaches voted this time, so my Miltank won with 3 votes. I'll take the win. I'll take it. But, like I said, Miltank just kind of walled out everything that Coach Barry bring after I got rid of his special attackers, and it just let everything die from Toxic. Not really MVP material, but that's what was voted for by the other PokemanZ coaches. So, Miltank, Big Mama Miltank, gonna take that MVP role. Upcoming matches is gonna be my Nevada Lycanpax versus Coach Ryan and Houston Hippowdons. Coach Jesse of the Detroit Dragonhearts versus Coach Barry of the Baton Rouge Blazikins. Coach Thomas of the Delaware Delabirds versus Coach Robert of the Florida Crocodiles. Coach Dalton of the New England Patrats versus Garza of the Atlanta Bravebirds. That's a match I'm waiting to see, the rematch. Coach Nugget of the Tennessee Typhlosions will be taking on Coach Pedro, Jesse's brother of New York Latios. And Coach Jordan will be taking on her Redskin Rockets will be taking on Coach Mike of the Tennessee Electabuzzes. Some pretty intense matches going on. I've got some plans for Ryan. Of course, I'll keep them a secret, but be looking out for that video coming next week. And yeah, some pretty intense matches. I'm excited to see Nugget versus Pedro, and like I said, Dalton versus Garza. Last time, Dalton was able to win by 1 HP with his Victini, so I'm excited to see what happens there. And Jesse versus Barry is going to be a good match. All of them are going to be good matches. Let's go ahead and say that. Well, that's all we have for y'all PokemanZ fans, friends. And I will see y'all next time. When I take on Coach Ryan, of course, will be up there next week. And hopefully I can get Coach Jesse. Maybe I can get Coach Thomas, Garza, Nuggets videos on there too. But that's all I have. I am your coach of the Nevada Lycanpax. I'll see y'all next time.